You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other.
Hi, my name is AJ Cole, and I'm the punter for the Las Vegas Raiders, and you are now watching Spotlight Raiders Talk.
Can you hear me, ladies and gentlemen? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Please let me know if you can hear me, ladies and gentlemen. Please let me know if you can hear me before I get started. Can y'all hear me, ladies and gentlemen? Can y'all hear me? Let me see if it's playing on my end. Let me see if it's playing on my end. Okay, I hear the music, but I gotta see if y'all hear the audio. Sound is good. All right, the sound is good, ladies and gentlemen. But what is going on, everybody? What is going on? It is your boy Darian coming to you live, talking Raiders. It is week 8, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all for tuning in. Mic audio is good. Okay, mic audio is good. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I know I don't go live much. I know I do. And I need to go live a little bit more. I'm not going to sit there and absolutely lie to you. I need to go live a little bit more. I know y'all be missing what I be doing over here. It's all love. It's all love. It's all love. But hey, we are here and we are live, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome to another edition of Spotlight Raiders Talk. And I'm definitely want to hear what everybody got to say, because I think this is going to be more for the fans. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be more for the fans. If anybody interested in coming up on the channel, is up to you. It's up to you. I will send you a direct message of that, so we can definitely get this thing going, man. Let me shout out to everybody that's in the chat right now. DeMarcus Webb, what's good, Spotlight? I said what's up to him. Jesse, what's good? Dominique 5, what's good? Michael Sanchez on Facebook, what's good? Jonelle, what's going on? Manuel Rodriguez, what's going on? Victor, what's going on? Let's freaking go. Raiders. Man, I'm kind of happy that I'm able to do this live stream for y'all and, talk some Raiders, man. It's been a while since we talked some Raiders on the live stream. I know I do play-by-plays and reactions most of the time, but hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But let's get down to the nitty-gritty, man. The people are coming in. We're gonna let them take their time coming on in here, because it's been a while. I gotta get the algorithm back in, but it's all good. It's all good at the end of the day. So make sure y'all get that like button going. The Nation Nightmare. Let me see. Rod Gas. He says, what's up, Spotlight? Shout out to Mexico RN4L. Shout out to you, brother. Really do appreciate it. You got Soul Raiders Hernandez. What's cracking? What's cracking, my guy? What's up, man? What's going on? In the Nation Nightmare. What is going on, my guy? What is going on? Shout out to everybody, man. If this your first time, like I said, first time ever being at the YouTube page, I would suggest that y'all subscribe and hit the bell button. And Spotlight Raiders Talk is on Facebook as well. So make sure y'all go like over there at Spotlight Raiders Talk. I got like 1,400 followers over there. So make sure y'all go check it out over there, y'all. But I know y'all seen my video, right? I know y'all seen my video about Jonathan Abram, and will he be traded by the trade deadline? And I know Dominique 5 was like, oh, give him the boot. And some people say, oh, we should come in and go get another veteran. What are y'all thoughts on multiple teams are interested in Jonathan Abram? I would love to hear y'all thoughts on it, because the Raiders did not pick up his 5th-year option, just like Clelin Ferrell and Josh Jacobs. But the one out of the 3 that's earning a 5th-year option right now is Josh Jacobs. That's the only one that's actually earning their actual, their actual contract. But how y'all feel about Jonathan Abram, man? How do y'all feel about Jonathan Abram at the end of the day? Because Jonathan Abram, they said that multiple teams want to trade him. And you know what? Want to trade for him or have interest in him. So what are y'all thoughts in the chat? What are y'all thoughts on Jonathan Abram? And if we do go and get somebody for him or give up some draft picks for him, what would be the draft picks as well? You know what I'm saying? What would be the draft picks? Nick 209 says, bye, Felicia. Oh, man. He said, bye, Felicia. Oh, he was not playing. Nick 209 said, what's up, Spotlight? Glad to see you doing all right. Yeah, I'm doing all right, man. I'm taking it one day at a time, brother. I'm taking it one day at a time, brother. You know, that's what we have to do here. We got to look out for each other at the end of the day. Let's send Cleveland Farrell to Chicago for a 5th round pick for Roquan Smith. You know what? I'm not mad at that, but I think you're going to get as much value for Cleveland Farrell in Chicago. I don't know if he fits the scheme in Chicago. I don't think no defensive player fits the scheme in Chicago. You see what they just did with Robert Quinn. So, I mean, I would love to get Roquan Smith. I know that's been another topic that I'm going to get into as well with Roquan Smith and how does he fit this offense how he fits the defense with Blake Martinez and Denzel Perryman. That's the only concern that I have. And if you do get Roquan Smith, would you change to a 4-3 and have all 3 linebackers, Blake, Perryman, and Roquan? I would like to have those 3 if we go to a 4-3, because we play a 4-2-5, and I hate that defense. I hate that defense with a passion, bro. I really do hate that defense with a passion. Bye, Felicia. Okay, I can't believe. Offer Cleveland and Abram for Payne 4th round. That's a good one. But I still want, for some reason, something is gravitating to get Roquan Smith. It's really gravitating to get Roquan Smith. That's one thing for me that I can say, that Roquan Smith is definitely a great linebacker. I could definitely say that. Definitely say that. Extended Josh Jacobs. Yes, it's time to extend Josh Jacobs. Stop playing, the Raiders. Stop playing with this man. Stop playing with this man, y'all, because at the end of the day, Josh Jacobs deserved his 5th-year option. He deserves that contract. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He deserves that contract. So please elaborate on me what he's not doing to get this 5th-year option or get a brand new contract. But if you do give him a brand new contract, you give him a contract that is doable. You don't want to give him a contract for longevity. That's the only problem I have with that. Anthony Price says, your safety that's on the trade block, trade him to the Ravens. That really needs a safety. You know what? That's another thing. I don't think we would trade him to the Ravens. I don't think we will trade him to the Ravens. I don't think we would. That's another story for another time. But I don't think we would trade him to the Ravens. But it's a possibility. It's a possibility. Any team is possible to get Jonathan Abram at this point. Any team is available, and that's fine by me. We're not giving you pain. Hey, listen, I don't know why this man stays on the trading block for y'all, Anthony Price, because the Raiders was interested in him last year, and we didn't pull the trigger. We didn't pull the trigger for him. So why does he stay on the trading block? That's the problem. Why does he stay on the trading block? It doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. And I don't know who Big Worm is. I don't know what you mean by clown, but you could definitely get out of here if you want to leave. I'm not with that negativity over here. I'm just not. I believe in helping Crosby from the 1 and 2 tech. It helps most definitely. I want Payne. Yeah, but the problem is, what is the command? What we're going to give up for Daron Payne? Because mind you, last year I did a video on this guy, and I said it on Twitter, saying like, I did a video on this guy last year. He fits what we need as a defensive tackle for the Las Vegas Raiders, because that's what we're lacking at. I mean, we traded Jonathan Hankins to the Cowboys. So, I mean, Kendall Vickers, he's all right. I mean, I think the reason why they really traded Jonathan Hankins because Matthew Butler and Neil Farrell has been taking the snaps and they've been doing very well, while Jonathan Hankins just not fit the scheme or what Patrick Graham wants. So I have to say, like Daron Payne, he be on a trading block every year, and y'all still don't trade him. And the amount of money he wants next year, well, he got to ball out because the last 2 years he's been on the trading block and nobody pulled the trigger. And it's time for the Raiders to pull the trigger on a defensive tackle and go get a linebacker because Jonathan Abram, for me, people think Jonathan Abram's really a safety, but he's a linebacker, but he's just undersized. But he plays with a big heart. You get what I'm saying? He plays with a big heart when it comes to Jonathan Abram. So yeah, man, this trading block is going to be a lot to look at starting Tuesday and who's going to get traded, who's going where. So hopefully I can get home in time and be here for the trade deadline because I do want to do the reactions to the trade deadline, which it starts at 4. I think it stops at 4 o'clock if I'm not mistaken. Salute Spotlight. What's going on, Raider Dangerfield? What's going on, my brother? What's going on? What about Buckner? What, DeForest Buckner? He's on the trading block? Now that news I didn't hear. That news I didn't hear at all. Not about the trade. I don't know about him being on the trade block. I don't know about that. Brian Rodriguez, what's going on, brother? He said we need a DT that can apply pressure and we're last in sacks. Because you know why we last in sacks? Because Max Crosby getting double teamed. We don't have no defensive tackles that could get pressure up the middle. And that's just being real. We have no DTs. We really have no DTs. And we traded Jonathan Hankins to the Cowboys. I don't know what they're going to do with the rest of them. For real. I don't know what they're going to do with the rest of them. So when it comes down to that, at the end of the day, Jonathan Hankins just didn't fit the scheme. Next year, free agency, I believe. Okay. But what are y'all thoughts on? Y'all still think we getting Ndamukong Suh? I don't think we getting Suh. I don't think I think the Suh talk needs to stop. And I'm gonna just be real. I think the Ndamukong Suh talks need to stop. I don't see us getting them because if we really wanted it, we could have got him. Jesse says a 6th round pick and a Jonathan Abram and a 6th round pick for a 4th round pick. Not too shabby because Jonathan Abram is a former 1st round pick, so you want to get a high kind of a the first 4 rounds draft picks for anything. So that kind of makes sense in some ways. That kind of makes sense in some ways. And the next draft is filled with defensive tackles, but we still got 2 solid rookies this year that we have to utilize. So we have to utilize that in the best way. You feel what I'm saying? We have to utilize the defensive tackles position with Neil Farrell and Matthew Butler. So we got to use those guys, man. We could get Suh, but I wouldn't be mad, but it's not happening. Yeah, getting Ndamukong Suh is definitely not happening. I definitely don't see it. I don't see it happening either. Raphael, what's going on, man? Salute Spotlight. What's going on, brother? How are you? What's going on, man? How you feeling? El Capitan Raphael has arrived. Yeah, definitely has arrived, bro. Definitely has him out. Malcolm Koonce, that's what you're trying to say, Miguel? Yeah, that's another thing when it comes to this defensive line. Why Malcolm Koonce is not being utilized? This guy, Malcolm Koonce is a stud, in my opinion. I think Malcolm Koonce is a stud. I just don't think he sees the field enough. That's just my complete personal opinion. He does not see the field enough. And that's a big thing I have with Patrick Graham is that knowing that he don't see the potential of Malcolm Koonce, I think that's BS. Because that guy needs more playing time. He needs more playing time. Absolutely. So make sure y'all come on in and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'm definitely going to make this about y'all, though. I'm definitely going to make this about y'all, though. But let's get down to the nitty-gritty of some Raiders news. I know we probably have some Raiders news, ladies and gentlemen. And I do want to break down the week 8 matchup going into New Orleans. It's going to be a really, really interesting game between New Orleans and the Raiders, man. It's going to really be interesting. Oh, back to work, Nick 209. Thank you, bro. I really do appreciate you turning up for me. I really appreciate you coming through here and showing love. But the week 8 preview is going to be a very, very interesting matchup. Andy Dalton is the quarterback, and Dennis Allen used to have his connections to the Las Vegas Raiders. Well, Oakland Raiders formerly, if you get what I'm saying. Alvin Kamara came out with some derogatory words. I don't know if y'all saw it, but he said they're going to play for Dennis Allen. We're going to whip the Raiders ASS. Yeah, Alvin Kamara, you don't want this smoke. We're really good. Funny thing is, we're really good defensively against the run, even though we don't really have D tackles like that. We're really good against the run. That's one thing I can say. We are. But if you want to be completely honest, Chris Olave is having a good year as a rookie. You got Traquan Smith, that's really good. He's a speedster. And then you got Marcus Holloway, former Tennessee Vol. He's really good too. And Alvin Kamara can catch the ball out the backfield. Defensively is going to have to be ready. Understand Michael Thomas is not going to play in this game. Jarvis Landry is not going to play in this game. But I'm not looking past the New Orleans Saints. I'm really not. Defensively, I think we could score on this football team. I think we really can. We just got to see who's going to go up against Cam Jordan. That matchup on the offensive line against Cam Jordan is the one place I'm looking at, because Cam Jordan still got a motor. He still got a motor, and he still can get to the quarterback, and he still can wreak havoc. So the best way to beat Cam Jordan is run the football. That's the best way. If we can run the football effectively in this game, we win this game. And mind you, Derek Carr is undefeated in New Orleans. He beat them back in 2016 with a Hall of Fame quarterback, Drew Brees, on the opposite side. Neither say less. So what are y'all thoughts on this game? What is y'all keys to victory when it comes to this game? And I think the keys of victory is that Derek Carr still has to play his game. Josh McDaniels have to do a little bit of better play calling. Josh Jacobs is going to get his numbers. Just keep giving it to him, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You get what I'm saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So Josh Jacobs has been very dominant for us ever since this season started, because he felt like he had something to prove. Absolutely. So 30 plus rushing attempts. I think he had 30 rushing attempts against Denver, if I'm not mistaken, Keith. I think he had 30 rushing attempts at that time. Don't get me to lying. So yeah, it's a few things that we'll like to talk about in this day. Offense is going to have at least put up 35. I don't know about that, OG. I think 28 is fine. 28 to 30. I think that would be fine. 28, 30 points. I can see that. 35, I don't. The closest I'll probably say is 33. That's the closest I'll probably say is 33. In my personal opinion, I'll say 33, because I think we could put up those points, and people fail to realize that we're kind of like top 10 in scoring offense. Like, our offense is probably is not scoring offense. I think just offense overall, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's offense overall, if I'm not mistaken. But this defense against the corners, that's going to be interesting to watch. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty of things, man. Let's get down to the X factors. The X factors against the Saints going into 2022. The X factors. So the X factors that we have, let's go to the first one here. So the first X factor that they have on here right now is it says, is scoring points, do you know? I could find out though. I think it's just overall offense, in my opinion. Cedric, what's going on, brother? What's going on, man? What's going on? So the X factors that's going into it, That's the Raiders X factors against the Saints in 2022 and week 8. The first X factor is don't overlook Andy Dalton. Absolutely, don't overlook Andy Dalton. Don't get me wrong, he have won a lot of games here, and Las Vegas drew to their matchup and against the Saints, but history has not been kind with the silver and black when they're facing Andy Dalton. That's one thing I can say. The veteran signal caller, Andy Dalton, is 3-0 in his career against us. He's 3-0 in his career against us. And the last time he played us, he threw for 487 yards and 5. Well, actually, I'm sorry, not 487 yards. I'm wrong. In his career against us. He's 3-0 against us. Sebastian, what's good, my guy? What's good? What's good, my guy? What's good, Sebastian? But the veteran signal caller is 3-0 against us. Andy Dalton is 3-0 against us. And in his career against us, he threw 487 yards with 5 touchdowns, no interceptions, and a combined rating of 112.8 against us. So in the career, Andy Dalton has been undefeated against the Raiders. That is a good take. That is a good take, man. And that's crazy. There's no easy games. We have to grind these games out. Yeah, there's no easy games that people think because Andy Dalton is their quarterback, it doesn't mean that the Saints can't succeed. They still can succeed. I'm not overlooking them. But one thing I can say to Dalton's career, he did evolve as a prototypical backup. But let's not forget how Las Vegas defense fared last week against Davis Mills. Davis Mills notched his first 300-yard passing game of the season going up against our Raiders defense. Let's keep it real. Davis Mills was one of the guys that put up 300 yards on us. Davis Mills with a 95.8 passer rating. We cannot allow that against Andy Dalton. We just can't allow that. Cedric says, I'm sorry. He says, Cedric says, I love Spot doing your thing. Love your expertise, but that you're a realistic Raider fan. I am. I'm a realistic Raider fan, man. So facts, because we make mediocre quarterbacks look like Montana. Yo, it never fails. It never fails. We make quarterbacks look like they are Tom Brady with 7 championships. It's enough. Enough is enough. Let's just keep it real. Enough is enough. Preach, Spotlight. Facts. So let me keep going. Andy Dalton, the opposing threat, he is an opposing threat to the Las Vegas Raiders. It may seem mind-boggling to me, but at the end of the day, looking at the stats, the numbers do not lie. And if this man's undefeated against us, we got to give him an L this weekend. We got to give Andy Dalton an L this weekend because there's no way that he's 3-0 against us. So the next X factor that we have to look at against the Saints is the Raiders' red zone efficiency. Now, we all know the red zone efficiency has not been great for the Las Vegas Raiders, even though that Josh Jacobs has 3 rushing touchdowns. And that's the reason why we was 3 for 3 in the red zone against the Houston Texans last week. But like I said, the Texans, Josh Jacobs had 143 yards on the ground with 3 touchdowns. But other than the key stat, should not be glossed over. Let's just keep it real. It shouldn't be glossed over at all because the Raiders were perfect 3 for 3 in the red zone for the first time this season and have gone perfect in multiple scoring opportunities. So the stat that they regularly plague is that the Raiders this season, perhaps last week's performance, will mark a turnaround point for this football team. Now, hopefully the return of Darren Waller, because I have called out Darren Waller multiple times, bro. I've called them out multiple times that it's time for them to come back. And, the return of Waller, it still remains to be seen. It's really mind-boggling to me that we really kind of need him. But if you don't want to play, bro, then that's on you. At the end of the day, but I don't want to get too much into Darren Waller because people will try to bash me on here and say whatever they have to say. So Sebastian says, Spotlight, how would you feel you defend the Saints offense like a Chris Olave, etc.? I'll put Chris Olave is physical. You need a physical corner on Chris Olave. I don't know if Rock Ya-Sin is physical like that. I got to look at the film. I got to look at the film for the previous games with Rock Ya-Sin. I'm kind of nervous to put Anthony Everett on him because he still got that cast on his thumb, if I'm not mistaken, and he didn't play well last week. Anthony, understand that he got to get under his legs. Have not played in 5 weeks. I could completely understand it, but he got to be mentally prepared too. So I would have to say, I mean, you could have a man you have to play man with a safety over the top. You could do a lot of things. You could do a lot of things to defend Chris Olave, but you don't want Chris Olave to beat you. Have the other receivers beat you. I would not have Chris Olave beat me because Chris Olave is just the backup to Michael Thomas. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. So when it comes to that, I have to say, yeah. It's plenty of ways that you could do it because they match up Chris Olave in so many different ways in the slide, on the X or the Y, definitely on the outside. So the way he's lined up, whoever's against him has to be physical at the line with him. But I have to say this when it comes to this red zone efficiency, right? So, like I said, Darren Waller's return remains to be seen in Sunday's matchup against the Saints. The offense boasted too much talent to remain inefficient and not being efficient in the red zone. After including the week's performance, and I just found this stat too. The Las Vegas Raiders is tied for 15th in red zone touchdowns, scoring only 54.5%. The Raiders' frustrations this season has been the inability to finish drives and putting points on the board. That's where we've been. That's the issue that we've been having. Yo, what's going on, man? What's going on? What's up, my guy? So we're 15 in red zone touchdowns, and our scoring percentage is 54.5. Gotta do better, especially against this New Orleans Saints defense. We gotta do better. But the goal remains for week 8 that to come away with 6 points at the end of the drives and not just field goals. We need touchdowns. We don't need field goals all the time. Even though we got Daniel Carlson, which is the best kicker in the league, in my opinion. Best kicker in the league. You can't tell me nothing if you think he's not the best kicker in the league. Come on now. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck, y'all. So the third factor that goes into this game, can the Las Vegas Raiders secondary hold it down? This secondary stinks for the Las Vegas Raiders. This secondary stinks for the Las Vegas Raiders, giving up 300 plus yards to a Davis Mills last week should be very concerning for me because it is. It is. And now the Las Vegas Raiders head on the road against the Saints, where they was going to have a Michael Thomas and Jarvis Landry, but they was considered out today. They will not be playing. But Chris Olave, like we just talked about with Sebastian, like he's going to be their guy. He's going to be their guy. And I have to say it, like Chris Olave has 3 games over 80 plus yards so far this season. 80 plus receiving yards in the last 3 games so far this season. The last 3 games that was played. And he's coming off of his season best. Last week, the season best was 7 catches, 106 yards against the Cardinals last week. Now, even if Michael Thomas played, even if Michael Thomas and Landry was playing and being in his lineup, it's no secret that the rookie is going to quietly make a case for the New Orleans wide receiver 1 matchup. And this secondary could play in the favor. What's going on, Al Davis Ghost? What's going on, man? Thank you for tuning in. We really do appreciate you, bro. Really do appreciate you. So even through the 7 weeks for the Las Vegas Raiders defense, ranks 27th in passing yards per game, allowed 262 yards, and 26 in passing yards per reception, which is 7.2 perception. That's an interesting take, man. Al's Ghost, what's going on? I see it's 2 different Al's Ghost in here. But Nate Hobbs is not there. What's good, bro? What did I miss? We're just going over the preview right now. We're going over. I'm gonna definitely go through it again. And show you. So basically, we were just talking about the defense. Can this secondary hold up against this New Orleans Saints offense? But according to what I see here, that the rankings for our pass defense is 262.7 pass per game. That's 27th in the league. 26 in passing yards per reception, which is 7.2. Very, very interesting stats. Not the best stats at all. But I just rather be a defense that we bend, but we don't break. That's all I want our defense to do. We bend, but we don't break. You get what I'm saying? So Sebastian Rodriguez says, winning or losing this game will affect what we do in the trade deadline. You're absolutely right. It would definitely take effect to what would happen if we lose this game or we win this game. Either way, I want to know how it's going to affect the trade deadline, which is 4:00 Eastern Standard Time. And I might be doing mad videos from work. I might be doing mad videos for work for the Raiders talk, man. That's just what it is. What's going on, Raiders? Pimping ain't easy. Game time is now. Absolutely, man. Just for that, I got you.
Touchdown Raiders!
All day, man. All day. So let's go to that was the 3 factors that we had going into week 8 against the New Orleans Saints. So let's go back and just let it iterate for people that was not here for it. Hey, Dom and peace. What's going on, Raider Champion? Raider Champion was good. But yeah, the X factors were can the secondary hold down this wide receiver core? Our fourth, not our fourth down, but our red zone efficiency is going to be a factor. And there was another one as well. I forgot the other one that quick. But Junior says, what do you think about the probability trading for Abram? I actually did a video on that right here on the YouTube channel. I actually did a video about that. I was supposed to upload it to the Spotlight Raiders Talk Facebook, but I couldn't. So it wouldn't let me. But at the same time, I can say this. I wouldn't be surprised if we trade him. I would not be surprised that we trade him. You feel me? And the question is, where are we trading him to? Where are we trading him to? Hey, champ, I'll try to stop by later. Okay. Dominique 5 says, what's up, champ? It's nice to see you in here. We overreacting to the DBs. Hobbs helps us all DBs. I don't think we're overreacting because Nate Hobbs is not going to be here this weekend. Nate Hobbs is out for the next 4 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. So I think we're overreacting, but I don't think we are. I think is the fact that we got scorched last week without Nate Hobbs, and Davis Mills had 300 plus on us. And for anybody that's coming into the chat late, people don't know that Andy Dalton is 3-0 against us. He's 3-0 against us. In his career of the 3 games that he beat us in, or not, since he's undefeated in, 487 yards in his career against the Las Vegas Raiders. But he's 3-0. He's 3-0 against us. So even though that you say overreaction to the DBs, I don't think so. I don't think so. Anthony Everett still wearing that cast on his thumb. Then we got to see where Rock Ya-Sin is going to go up against Chris Olave, because Chris Olave is going to be the number one receiver for Sunday. There's no Michael Thomas and there's no Jarvis Landry. Is none of those guys. You got Alvin Kamara, Troyquan Smith, Marquise Callaway, and Alvin Kamara. That's what you're going to have to talk about. Sistron Valentino needs 2 sacks. Atkinson and Tatum need each pick. Then Van Egan rush for 150. What's going on, Gregor John? Gregor John, what's going on? D-Mag, Hobbs can't return to week 11 or week 20. Facts. Everett or Arnett, whatever his name is trash, bro. Get him out of here. You got to fail to realize this, bro. You got to fail to realize this. Everett has not played in 5 weeks, bro. He has not played in 5 weeks. He got to get his legs from under him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's trash. I just really think the scheme of what Patrick Graham is doing is making him look trash. I'm sorry to say, but Patrick Graham, I don't understand his scheme. I don't understand his fit of what he's trying to do here, because it really questioned me. It really questioned me as a coach. Not questioned me, but questioned him as a coach. When I see Cleveland Farrell lined up against Travis Kelce near the sideline, that is one image that's in my head that mind boggles about me. It mind boggles about me in the KC game that Cleveland Farrell was all the way out there against Travis Kelce on the outside. Who told him to go out there? I hope that wasn't Patrick Graham, man. I just really hope it wasn't. Renee Bonilla, we said, don't forget the Saints running game. The Raiders D did not do well last week against the run game. Also, I disagree. I disagree to an extent, because if you look at it, Rini, look at the stats, because Dameon Pierce in the last 3 games was getting over 100 yards. We kept him under 100 yards. We kept him under 100 yards. I think he only had like 85, 90 yards. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. You know, so I don't know. I don't know about, that and that the Raiders defense, the only thing they didn't do well against the run was tackle. They can't tackle to say they like, but we all know that Dameon Pierce leads him and Josh Jacobs is like 1 and 2 in broken tackles. So they like 1 and 2 in broken tackles. So yeah, absolutely. I feel what you're saying there, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. I don't think it's going to be that bad. A spoiler alert: New Orleans is thinner at QB than we are. Really? That's interesting. I didn't know that, Raider champion. Send that info over to me in the chat. I agree about your Graham take. Yeah, I gotta agree on a Graham take, bro. Like, I got Patrick Graham. He's running a 4-2-5 and is so soft of a defense. It's so soft of a defense. I hate a defense that has to play 2 linebackers. I hate that, because if you over pursue, you don't have no backside help as a linebacker. So I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that at all. So Al Davis said DL pressure makes the DBs better, but we better stop the run first. You have to move Dalton off his spot. You just summed up the whole preview in a half, probably a sentence and a half. You just summed up the whole week 8 matchup, because the defensive line got to get pressure. So that means that helps out the cornerbacks. And like I said, we can't not count out Andy Dalton. We just can't. They're going to try to fight and play for Dennis Allen, because, Dennis Allen is a former Raider. He was the head coach here. So make it make sense. So Raiders champion said, yeah, we keep them to 92, but made Mills look like an all-pro. Right. One of the top physical rookie running backs coming out. was balling, but he didn't get 100. I don't think he got a touchdown either. I don't think so. I don't think he got I don't think he has I think he has an injury. But Raiders, Pippen ain't easy. That part, facts. They literally just told the whole game. And I'm gonna tell you my 3 things that needs to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Establish a run, play good defense, and don't turn the ball over. That is my 3 factors. Don't give them any turnovers, knowing that they are the top team on the defensive side when it comes to turnovers. We just gotta play within ourselves, not force anything. So yeah, I'm not going do that. Lattimore has been hurt and their backups has been getting burnt. Lattimore, I wish you the best on your injury, bro, but I do not want you to come back against us. I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm gonna just keep it real for like, come on now. Come on. Raider Champion said Dalton is a turnover machine, but you know he has no touchdowns against us, Raider Champion. You know that, right? In the last 3 meetings, when Andy Dalton played the Las Vegas Raiders, he's 3-0 with no touchdowns. So you got to think about that a little bit. Maybe he just can't. He just can't perform outside of our stadium. But then when he comes into our stadium, he looks like an elite quarterback. But that has to be on our defense is the reason why is that happening. All right, so Raiders Pippen ain't easy said, run, defense turnover. Yep. But you got to utilize it. You got to utilize your running backs. You're going to have to utilize your running backs because at the end of the day, Devon Diablo's going to get tired. I mean, not Devon Diablo, Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs going to get tired. Not Devon Diablo. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the chat. And that's supposed to be for Josh Jacobs. I'm sorry. See? Devon Diablo needs Casey to 25 yards. I don't know what you meant by that, Manuel Rodriguez. Can you just repeat that for me, bro? Biggest issue is keeping Davis and Cam off of Carr. Right. That's another reason for this preview show. You know what I'm saying? That's a big factor. Lattimore is out for this game per injury report. Yeah, okay. So who are they going to put in that big 3 now? Until LeBron James. Well, I think it's LeBron James. Oh, Lattimore. I'm thinking about the Lakers right now. What am I doing? I'm thinking about the Lakers right now. This is ridiculous, yo. This is mad ridiculous. But hey, it is what it is. Let's keep it moving. Give me your scores, y'all. Watch out for Taysom Hill. That's enough. I don't know why that wasn't on the factors list. That's the thing. I don't know why that wasn't on the factors list. That's pretty weird. You know, that is pretty weird. Alvin Kamara has his name and can't change it, but Adama Sue and everybody else in the league can do it. Nah. Not over here, man. Not over here. No. 30-24 Raiders. Yeah, make sure y'all put your comments, not comments, but put your scores in the chat, y'all. Put your scores in the chat. I will save the rest of my comments for my live stream. Okay, yeah. When you having your live stream, bro? When you having your live stream, bro? Carr needs to let the big game to give him that push for a real run. To expect we just can run the play off going off and not going to be enough, or will it? So Carr needed LS. Who is LS? Was it a loss? That what you mean? And a big game to give him that push for a real run. To expect we just run it and play off is not going to be enough. I mean, if we talk about the play action, if we can get the play action going, knowing how effectively Josh Jacobs has been for us, we got to get the play action going. You get Devontae Adams involved early, get Mac Hollins involved early. You're going to have to do it that way. Or Taysom. Facts. All right, so shout out to Raiders pimping an easy 34-21. Cedric says, I hope we can handle the crowd noise and don't jump off sides. You know it's going to be a rookie that do that. You know it's going to be a rookie that do that. Let's just keep it real. Gregor John, what's going on? 38-24. I got you now, man.
Touchdown, Raiders!
See? Got you, brother. Got you. Tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific. Oh, that's like 9 p.m. East Coast time. Hopefully, I should be able to do it, but I'm not sure. I should be able to do it, but I'm not sure. Our car needs to have a big game this week. I just can't I can't just run with the ball all these games on the playoff run. You can, but you got to run it to an extent. You got to keep, as me as an offensive coordinator, a former offensive coordinator, right? I was the type of person where you balance your offense. 50% pass it, 50% run. And I feel like that makes you a balanced offense when you can run the ball effectively the way Josh Jacobs had. But the play action is what the issue is, because if you do play action, how long this offensive line can hold up? How long? I don't think they can hold up 5 seconds. I don't think they can hold up 10 seconds. In my opinion. I'm sorry. I just got off work, man. I just got off work, so don't mind me. For real, man. Okay, I got what you're saying, bro. I got what you're saying. 28-17 Raiders. Okay. You got the same score, 17 points. I agree, people. We need more balance on this one. Yes, we need a balanced offense. And I don't know why Josh Jacobs is acting like he can't give us a balanced offense. Bro, you was an offensive coordinator for how long under Bill Belichick? How do you not have a balanced offense? There's no way Carr should be throwing the ball at least 50, 60 times. Absolutely not. And then on top of that, but it all is. I would love to have you on for a live chat. When? Do you want me to come on tonight? I might have to do it after the Sixers game, though. That's the only thing. 'Cause I'm doing the Sixers game on my other channel. So just let me know. Just let me know. And now I got my Facebook back, Raider Champion. I got my Facebook back, so I'll be able to reply to messages, because I was trying to reply to you, but it wouldn't let me. I had to uninstall and reinstall the app. So yeah, I'm definitely inbox me, and I am going to reply. Raider Ben, what's going on, my guy? Make sure y'all go subscribe to Raider Ben. That's my boy over there. Make sure y'all go subscribe to him, man. He talks that talk when it comes to the Las Vegas Raiders. He definitely keeps it real when it comes to these Las Vegas Raiders. So absolutely. Joey, what's going on, Joey? He said, good afternoon from Pomona, California, section 425. In his house, go Raiders. I got something for you, though.
Touchdown, Raiders!
Yeah. I am so sorry, y'all. It's just that I had a long day at work. Run has to be balanced because they are stacking the box. Yes, they are stacking the box. So you don't want to keep running. You run until they stop it. You run it until they stop it. And if they do stop it, now they're going to budge because they think they're running the football again, and just go with the play action. Pippin Easy said Carr needs to take a break out. Carr needs a breakout game this week, 300 plus yards. Josh runs for 100, and McDaniel gets booty blinded, like I call it. Oh wow. Yo, I can't with him. I can't with him, bro. I can't with y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I work today, so I am a little tired. Don't mind me. Spotlight, you still doing the morning shows? I might do a morning show on here and do a morning pregame show, but I'm not sure, because I'm supposed to do that 9:30 a.m. game on Spotlight Talking Sports. Are you a Phillies fan? Yes, Silver and Black 831. Yes, I am a Phillies fan, and my boys is about to win the World Series. We're about to beat the Houston Astros in this series. I'm sorry. We're about to beat the Houston Astros. Davis is also good versus the run. Okay. Give me 1 second here. I don't know what just happened. Okay. He said, heck yeah, bro. Facts. Unfortunately, he's a 49ers announcer now. Hey, but I love when he say that. Touchdown Raiders. I love that. I love that. I know you laughing because I know I'm yawning. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I'm still waiting for Renfro breakout game. He's supposed to be a top 3 slot receiver. He's dealing with injuries, bro. He's dealing with injuries. He's dealing with that concussion, and I think he had like a leg injury, but I think he's going to play on Sunday. I think he's going to play with Sunday. Has allowed 1,300 yards passer this season. You mean, no, we only allowed 1 300-yard passer this year, and that was Davis Mills. I think that was the only one, if I'm not mistaken. No. Oh, wow. Hunter Renfrow was fine, y'all. Leave Hunter Renfrow alone. He just going through some injuries right now. Got any love for the Eagles? No. I have nothing against the Eagles, but I just can't stand them as a football team. I hate that damn green. That's what I hate. I hate that damn green. That green is too much, man. I hate that green. Al, he's been hurt. Who's been hurt? Who's been hurt? I would love to know. All right, let me see if we get any news here, any breaking news for Facebook or anything of that nature. You watch the Flyers or no? When I do, I don't watch them as much, but if it ain't like no Raiders games on or Phillies games on, yeah, I'll watch the Flyers. Absolutely, I'll watch the Flyers. The Flyers are playing really good right now. I don't know if it's a Philly curse because the Sixers is playing like ass. Unfortunately, the Sixers is playing like ass for real. So I can't even root for my Sixers right now. I was going to do the Sixers game, but I don't think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do the Lakers game tonight. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do Sixers and Raptors because the last time I did Sixers and Raptors, the Raptors scorched us, bro. Scorched us. I think Champion was referring to Renfro. Okay, no problem. I was Darth Vader, James Earl Jones, to announce the Raiders game. How the heck you get that hookup, bro? How you get that hookup? New Orleans defense only allowed 1 300-yard pass, and that was Joe Burrow. Oh, because I know in the career of Andy Dalton, he's 3-0 against us. That's why I said that, and I don't think he's going to throw 300 yards on the secondary. He's going to make a mistake. I feel it. I feel it in my heart. I feel it in my soul. I feel it everywhere. And I feel like something's going to happen. Something's going to happen here. It's going to happen. But anyways, y'all, listen, I'm ready for this Raiders game, man. I'm excited. I will be doing the live play-by-play in reactions on here, right here on Spotlight Raiders Talk. How y'all feel about the Jonathan Abram? I mean, not Jonathan Abram. How y'all feel about the Jonathan Hankins trade? Because, I made my video and it got over 5,000 views, which I don't really care about because I don't do this for the views. I do this just to pick your brain as a fan. So Andy Dalton is 3-0 in his career against us. 3-0. So we got to keep a lookout for that. Dennis Allen is 10-33 head coach. Everyone chill. Facts. Stu with the $2 super chat.
Touchdown Raiders.
Shout out to Stu with the $2 super chat. He said, long time no talk. Yeah, man. I like doing videos more than doing live streams, man. I like doing videos more than I do live streams. That's just my personal opinion. But hey, Hopefully, I'm still trying to get to this Jacksonville game. I'm not too sure. Dalton is 3-0 on different teams versus the Raiders teams. It doesn't matter. The fact that he's 3-0 in his career against us, that means that he played some of his best games against us, basically. You know? All right, so he says, Stu, touchdown. Yeah, see, I told you, Stu. Stu, if you listen, they don't know. Let's go. What's back in B? What's going on? Hank, if he wasn't a fit for the scheme, why did we resign him to the one season? Raider champion, why are you reading my mind at this moment, bro? What was the point of trading him knowing darn well we re-signed him? That don't make any sense, man. It doesn't make any sense to trade it, not you trade a guy to the Philadelphia 76ers and you don't get any type of compensation for it. You don't do that. Graham is making me scratch my head. Yes. I don't know what he did in New York to make them play better, but he's damn sure not doing it on the field for the Raiders. I was not a big fan of him coming in as the defensive coordinator. Oh yeah, yes, I was. No. Wait. I don't remember. I don't know. I just lost my train of thought real quick. But make sure y'all come on in and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel with the Spotlight Raiders Talk. And I'm here and I'm live, baby. I'm live. I'm not gonna be live here too long. Because I wanted to come on here and talk about some other rumors that came down. Let me go to Raider Scouts. Inbox real quick. Classic, man. You can be me when you just clean. I'm a classic, man. What's going on, classic, man? What's going on? He said he just woke up from a nap. That's what I need, bro. I need a nap something severely. I do need a nap. But what's going on, classic, man? What's going on, brother? Saying what's up, Stuart? So Michael Sanchez says that Abram has been in the league for how many years and fools still can't get his name right? I thought it was Jonathan Abram. I thought I said it right. Much love to everybody in the chat. Absolutely. So, according to NFL.com, they have Derek Carr ranked 15th in the league, according to the QB Week 8 QB rankings. And this is what they had to say about it. But before we get into that, I'm gonna just go this. Raider Ben said, I work nights, so I get rest during the day. That makes sense then, y'all. Raider champion says Graham took our offense last year and played Mahomes tough. Facts, bro. Abram is not Abrams. That grinds my gears. Or if they saying Abraham, then I don't know what the hell to tell them. Pet peeve of mine. What's up, Stu? Shout out to everyone who works the graveyard. Facts. If you work in a graveyard shift, I'm sorry. If you work in a graveyard shift, I salute you. I would definitely salute you. Keep bringing the good content. Spotlight. Go Raiders. Stuart, man, you got to hit me up so we could probably do a show together, man. I still want to get you on my channel, bro. I still do. I still want to get you on my channel. Dead ass, bro. But back to the QB rankings by week 8. They ranked Derek Carr as the 15th best quarterback in the league through week 8. And this is what they had to say. In 6 games for this year, Derek Carr has a 63.5 percentage with 1,520 yards, 7.2 yards per play, 9 pass TDs, 4 interceptions, and 68 rushing yards. No rush TD and 3 fumbles. That's what they say about Derek Carr. But this is what else they had to say as well. Carr is guilty of only one giveaway since week 2 and currently sits pretty inside the Raiders offense and happy to slam people on the ground while he's getting hot with Josh Jacobs or whatever they're trying to say here. After flying to Kansas City before the bye, a pair of gorgeous deep strikes to Devontae Adams and a Carr popped out to Texas for a 26-yard field goal range, and Mac Hollins was able to get them pushed back a little bit. So I don't understand why Derek Carr's number 15, but in a way, I do understand why he's 15. And I'm going to just keep it real. I'm going to just keep it completely real with y'all. The fans are critical of him. I believe in Carr, but it's the fans that have issues with Derek Carr. And I just had to talk to them. I had to talk to this guy the other day, and he was saying like, "Oh, Carr needs to step up or he's gone." And I was like, I'm gonna say this again. I'm like, what? What do you mean? But hey, at the end of the day, we got to ball out on Sunday. We got to ball out on Sunday, and we got to beat the Saints, man. We got to beat them. Derek Carr beat them back in 2016 before he got hurt. I need that boy to play. I need Derek Carr to do his job. I need Josh Jacobs to do his job, especially this offensive line. Got to do his job. Because that's another thing that I want to pick on is the offensive line. And I don't like how whoever this offensive line coach is and Josh Jacobs is giving them the approval to do it, but you don't mix up your offensive line during the game. It just gives your starters not losing his confidence during the game. If I was an offensive line coach, I am not switching nobody out. Only way I'm switching somebody out is already in the rotation and they need a breather. But to substitute and not put the starter back in the game the rest of the game, yeah, that's going to be a problem for me. Absolutely. Spotlight, you doing great, brother. Thank you. I appreciate it. Foolishness, we could win a Super Bowl with a QB 10 times weaker than Carr. I disagree. Damian Bonds, who's 10 times weaker than Carr? Who 10 times weaker than Carr right now that can take it to a Super Bowl? Because right now, our defense can't. Damian Bonds, I'm just being real. Our defense is ranked 27th in yards and ranked 26th in passing receptions. That's the bottom of the barrel when it comes to rankings for this defense. We made Davis Mills look like Tom Brady and Joe Montana last week. We made them look like the greatest of all time. So when you say we could win a Super Bowl with 10 times weaker than Carr, can we win a Super Bowl with this can we win a Super Bowl with this defense? Answer that question. If we play clean and fundamentally sound football, we definitely take the W. Yes, we definitely take the W. I definitely agree there. Josh McDaniels is still playing with the same, is still playing with the line. Yes, he's still substituting in and out, pause. Like, I'm tired of switching the offensive lineman like that because there's no continuity. And one thing, if you need an offensive line to do when you make the best, when you have the best, listen, this defense is just not like this offensive line. The rotation is just not good. It just lose confidence for you. If I'm a starter, right? If I was a starter, right? I would lose. I'm losing my confidence if you subbing me out because I only got one penalty. I don't know the situation with the offensive line, but the rotation got to stop. That rotation got to stop because there's no gel, there's no continuity, and you just don't have that. You got to have continuity. You got to learn how to communicate with your offensive line. Some people might not know some offensive linemen might not know the terminology because they didn't know they was getting in the game. Let's keep it real. We had 3 offensive linemen ranked in the top 10. In the top 10 in what? I'm sorry. True, and yet we're 3 plays away from 5-1. But the defense, but it's not just Carr's fault though. Damian Bonds, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that because those losses collectively came as a team's collective. That's a team's collective. Those 3 games that we lost, we won those games as a collective. We're not just going to put the blame on Carr every single time when this defense cannot get off the field. It's both sides of the ball. Absolutely. We don't have an offensive line that can keep Carr upright and protect him. We don't. They can run the ball the way they want to run the ball. Absolutely. They can run the ball with anybody, in my opinion. But we're not going to sit here and act like this defense is weak. This defense is trash. Davis Mills had 300 plus yards on us. Kyler Murray made us look like crap. Nah. This team still needs a right tackle, a DT, and a corner. That's the trade deadline. What are the Raiders going to do in the trade deadline to fill some of these holes, Raider championship? That's the thing. Our defense is cheeks. Yes, it is. Absolutely. If we win, we'll be 1 game back from the Chargers, and that's why we got to keep winning. That's why we gotta keep winning. You know what I'm saying? So basically, yeah, that's what happens. You gotta keep winning. Because if you ain't winning, then I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? If we ain't winning. Dominique 5 said we could have got Wink Martindale, but we hired Graham. And look at the Giants defense they playing. And they have multiple top 10 defense with the Ravens. Yeah, I was a Raheem Morris type of guy that I went on. But Mark Whittendale was another one that I wanted for the Las Vegas Raiders. That was another one that I wanted was Mark Whittendale. Defense is straight trash. No offensive lineman top 10, which is Pro Football Focus. No, Carr lost Carr only lost the Chargers game. I can say that. Yeah, I can say that. Now that I can agree with. Now we're here, Damian Bonds. We're here. Absolutely. Yeah, I could definitely say it was him against the Chargers. Absolutely. But it was other things that played into that outside of Carr. 3rd and longs is killing us. You know why the 3rd and long is killing us, Caesar? Because of the fact that when we get in situations when we on 3rd and short, we get false starts. It's a high snap or something of that nature. Carr lost Arizona also. Accuracy issues in the second half. I disagree with that. I think play calling had a main issue. Play caller was terrible. And the defense was on the field majority of the time. But that's when we wasn't running Josh Jacobs either. That's why I say it goes on McDaniels. I think McDaniels lost that game for us in that Chargers game. I don't think it was Carr. It was McDaniels because he was not running Josh Jacobs. He just wasn't. He was not keeping the ball out of Kyler Murray's hands. The Cardinals came in and made second half adjustments, and we didn't. Defense needs to step up, or we're going to have to put up big points. Facts. Well, those holes were after last season. PFF has 3 out of our offensive linemen ranked in the top 10 all offensive linemen as it is this week. It's funny how people like to blame Carr for everything when he's not the one coaching nor coaching the defense. Jones needs to step up. The whole defense needs to step up. I completely agree with that, but I'm just not going to call out Chandler Jones. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. Just because Chandler Jones is not showing up in a stat sheet, but if you look, I'm going to say this because I'm getting my train of thought. I'm getting my train of thought with this comment, and I want to make sure I'm thoroughly answering this for you, bro. So, me personally, I can say this. If you have NFL Plus, pay the $10. And I'm going to tell you why I say pay the $10 a month to get NFL Plus. Not because of the blackout games that you could probably get. Not because of some other exclusives that you might get. Get it for the all 22 film. Get it for the all 22 film. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if you look at the all 22 film instead of watching the actual condensed game on NFL Plus, you will see that Chandler Jones is effective, but he's not that same guy that we expected him to be. So when it comes to the run game, he's in the run game and he gets double teamed during the pass. But our defensive tackles is no help. But at the same time, Patrick Graham got to run stunts. If you want to get Chandler Jones in a rhythm, put him in some stunts where he's coming from where he's actually fake that he's going outside and goes inside. Do some stunts with these defensive tackles. Move Chandler Jones around. You put him in the you flip-flop Max Crosby and Chandler Jones, or you do a stunt with Max Crosby and Chandler Jones on the same side. That's what Patrick Graham has to get creative. He got to get creative with this defensive line. He really does. We need the first drive touchdown. Facts, we do. Everyone who want to blame Carr is the same people who wanted to trade for Watson, Brady, and Rodgers and Donkey Wilson. Come on now. And none of them quarterbacks are playing well. None of those quarterbacks. Well, Watson is not playing, but Rodgers ain't playing well, and Watson ain't playing well, and Wilson's definitely not playing well. So they can nip that in the bud, Marcus Howard. Carr was 6 of 14 in the second half and in OT. But how many points that defense gave up in the second half? Let's pull that stat up. Because if he was 6 of 14 in overtime, but at the same time, we have not look at Josh. What is Josh Jacobs? What was Josh Jacobs' stats in the Cardinals game? Because I could look it up real quick. I could definitely look it up. We have not won a road game this year. We sure haven't. It's not a destroyer anymore. It was not a destroyer anymore. What you mean? Yup, stunts will help Chandler Jones. I agree. Yes, it will. It will. That's why I'm saying you like Patrick Graham got to be creative on his defense. He has to. That changes this weekend, Cedric. Okay. So Jonathan said, this is why I'm optimistic about this team. We haven't hit our ceiling yet, and the next few games will allow us to get the gel together and get ready to make a playoff run. I'm taking it one game at a time. Dupree, you're getting put in timeout, bro. Goodbye. You talking about we need to move on from Derek Carr. You get put in timeout. So the all 22 film is only $10 more. Well, you should have the all. Do you say, Cedric, do you pay the $10 a month already? Because if you have it, if you're paying $10 already, you should have the all 22 film. Let me see if I could pull it up real quick. Because I got it on here for $10 a month. I got it on here for $10 a month. So let me go to it. I'm going to go to it real quick. Brady gets a pass for the divorce. Oh, get the hell out of here. That's bullshit. Brady does not get a pass. I blame Carr for the Arizona game and the Chargers game. He played well the last 3 games. Nah, I don't know. All right, so let's see. Let's go to week 7's game. Yeah, if you go to NFL Plus and you scroll through the games, you can get let me see, week 6. I don't know, do they have the week 6? Okay, yeah, they have the week 6, but I think we was on a bye week. No, hey, there we go. Oh, said replay coming soon. Oh, so it's not even up yet, honestly. The all 22 film for some reason on my phone is not up yet. But I'm gonna just show you. It says all available. Oh, there we go. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Oh yeah, see here it go. You have the all 22 film. You have the coaches film right there on there. So you got to go to NFL Plus and go to the team, and it says, let me just go back. So I'm gonna show you how to do this real quick. So I'm home on the NFL Plus app, right? I'm home on it. So what I do is that I hit NFL Plus. My internet is so slow. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Come on now. I don't know what's taking so long. I'm waiting for it to come up. I'm waiting for it to come up. Yeah, so that's what it is, man. I just need if you really know your football, real talk, if you really know your football, just get NFL Plus and break down the film. And mind you, it's really good. It's really good to see because you see it from a coach's view. This is what the coaches watch. That film is what the coaches watch. So make sure y'all take that. I might do a members only one where we might do that. I might think about doing a members only chat. If you're not a member, make sure you become a member. I might do a members only chat where we break down the all 22 film. I might do a members only chat for that. I still think we need an interior pass and a well-balanced linebacker like Roquan. Time to start investing on the defense side of the ball. That is true. That is true. We definitely need to start investing on that. We definitely need to start investing on that because let's keep it real. Blake Martinez, Roquan Smith, and Denzel Perryman. That means, Patrick Graham, that you're going to have to go to a 4-3. I need all three linebackers on the field. Seriously. I need all three linebackers on the field. I'm tired of a 4-2-5. I think it's the dumbest defense in football. It reminds me of a 4-down prevent defense. That's what it reminds me of. That's what it reminds me of. It's like a prevent defense because no 5D backs. But your 5D backs is not that great, which is not really for the Raiders. It's not really that great, but Diablo is lost at linebacker. He's not even built. Yo, you right in my head with this, yo. You really in my head with this, Owls Ghost. You really in my head with this because I've been saying this for the last couple of years when it comes to we're drafting safeties and converting them into linebackers. It does not work that way. I hated the fact that we picked up Devon Diablo to play linebacker and he was dominant as a safety at Virginia Tech. He was a good safety at Virginia Tech. Why are we even making him a linebacker? That is stupid. We could have drafted mad linebackers in the draft, but you want to draft safeties and convert them to linebacker. You're not going to win like that in the NFL. You're just not. Good thing we played mediocre QBs for a few weeks until Hobbs comes back. Marcus Howard, you was just here. You wasn't here. We just made Davis Mills look like a top 5 quarterback last week. We made Davis Mills look like a top 5 quarterback, bro. We really, really did. We really, really did. And Andy Dalton is 3-0 against us in his career. He has not lost to us in his career. Yeah, so I'm not putting it past Andy Dalton, bro. I'm just not putting it past Andy Dalton. I'm just not doing that. Yeah, I'm just not doing that. But it's all good though. It's all good in the hood. It's all good in the hood. Yep, I was just talking about that, Raider Chip. Just talk about that. Horston's going to bloom. You know what? He might if Waller and Foster Moreau can't go. He might bloom. He's getting better every week. I can say that he's playing his role right. He's taking the opportunity and putting it in his hands. You feel what I'm saying? And they also tried to convert Tanner Musa to linebacker, and that was a wasted 3rd round pick. Yo, you cannot tell me, bro. You really cannot tell me like it was a wasted pick because Tanner Muse is talented. He's talented, but he's not a linebacker. Like Devon Diablo, he's talented, got potential where he played his position at. Convert him into linebacker. And people love the John Gruden regime. They love the John Gruden regime. When does Nate Hobbs come back? I'm hearing between week 11 and 12. That's the news that I'm getting, but I'm not sure about that. I'm not really sure about when Nate Hobbs come back because we do need that man. He's our best corner on that field. I'm sorry to say, he's the best corner on that field. Absolutely, man. He's definitely the best corner on that field. Like you can't tell me nothing about it. Can't tell me nothing about it, man. So, yeah. What's going on, Lateef Cooks? He says, okay, did Clemson succeed at using him at linebacker? He plays safety at Clemson. He plays safety at Clemson. He didn't play linebacker. He played safety. And that's from what I remembered. Let me just double check that, though. I think he did, though. What position? Did Tanner Muse play at Clemson? Oh, he did play linebacker. Okay. Oh, he was like a hybrid line. He was like a safety / linebacker. So he played both. He played both. He played safety and linebacker, but he was more of a safety than a linebacker. Need to head out. See you guys later, RN4L. All right, Raider Champion. Thanks for coming in the chat, and man, I really do appreciate you coming into the chat. I really appreciate it, man. Vibe Raider, he did play both linebacker and safety. Yeah, he played both. But they try to convert him into a full linebacker. But he was still a NFL undersized linebacker too. Hey, Vibe Raider, that was not Vibe Raider. I was not trying to sell this channel. It was my other channel. It was my second channel. This is my primary channel. I was thinking about selling my second channel, but I didn't. So maybe he just couldn't cut it in the league. I think he's on the Seattle Seahawks. I think he's on the Seattle Seahawks right now. If I'm not mistaken. Let me go to his Wikipedia real quick. Yeah, he's on the Seattle Seahawks. He's on the 53-man roster for the Seattle Seahawks. Yeah, he's on the 53-man roster. He's on a football team. He's not like out there not on a football team. Hybrid is a hybrid. Facts. What do you think of the trick plays that McDaniels keep calling? Stupid. You call those when you effectively could get consistent first downs. But you got to have the offensive line to do these trick plays, which we don't have I'm telling you right now, we don't have the offensive line to do these trick plays. We just don't. We don't have the offensive line to do these trick plays. Absolutely not. We don't. So unfortunately, yeah, we don't have it, man. We definitely don't have it. Bob Raider says, you think they'll trade Jonathan Abrams? If so, for what? Yes, I think we're going to trade Jonathan Abrams before the trade deadline, and I think we're going to get like a 4th round pick for him. Somebody said in the chat earlier that they give up Jonathan Abrams and a 6th round pick for a 4th round pick. I think we're going to trade him. Because like he's a liability in coverage. He's been one of our biggest liabilities in coverage. That's why he plays in the box so much, because they know that he's a tackling machine. We all know he has the talent to tackle. You all know he comes with the hard hits and stuff like that. But when it comes to covering a wide receiver, he just can't cut it. He can't cut it. I'm sorry to say, he just can't. He can't cut it. Then it was our coaching staff at the time. Right. It was our coaching staff at the time. Yup, never lived up to the hype. He keeps getting his ankle snatched. Yeah. He keep getting his ankle snatched like he just can't cover. He gets mossed. But when it comes to running the football, Jonathan Abram would lay the wood, pause. But he would definitely make sure you're going to feel the hit the next day. I think Jonathan Abram is solid. We should at least get a 4th for him. Right. I wouldn't get nothing else. I would not get anything lower than I wouldn't get anything higher than the 4th for him. Do you think we'll trade Clelin Ferrell? I don't think we'll trade Clelin Ferrell. But the trade deadline is Tuesday. The trade deadline is Tuesday. So it's a possibility that he could be traded. It's a possibility that Clelin Ferrell could be traded, but I think they're going to let him probably play it out and just let him walk and be a free agent. But you just never know. You just never know. But it's a possibility that he can be traded. Possibility. Are you joining the Mount Shiltmore? No, I am not joining the Mount Shiltmore. I am my one-man band. I don't need to join crews to, up my views or up my subscribers. Yeah, it's good to collaborate with other Raiders content creators, but I'm not joining nobody's crew. I'm not joining no Shiltmore or like wrestling name like the RWO or whatever it is. No, I'm not joining on Mount Shiltmore. No. Skipped. What you mean skipped? What's going on, Black Raider WP? What's going on, brother? What's going on? He said, you're great for Josh Jacobs so far. I would give him a D, at least utilizing Jacobs more. Yeah, because my grade for Josh Jacobs so far was an F. Now he's a D- because the way he's using Josh Jacobs. I mean, you giving him a little bit more lenient, giving him a D, and that's kind of almost a C-, and he's not that. I gave him an F, and then when he started using Josh Jacobs, I gave him a D-. D-. I don't think we'll trade Clelin Ferrell. We're too thin at the defensive line. You got a point there. Al goes. But what if you trade defensive lineman for defensive lineman? Why you just don't do player for player? That would be the smart way to do it. If you do it player for player, because if you don't do it for player, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I wouldn't do player. I'll do player for player if that's the case. Trade a defensive tackle for a defensive tackle. That's just, or get like Daron Payne. You put some draft picks in there with Clelin Ferrell and get Daron Payne. Jonathan said, do you think we'll trade for anyone? I really want that William Jackson kid. He's very talented and he does not want to be a commander, and he's not going to play until he gets traded. And I think the way we're thin at defensive tackle, honestly, I think William Jackson will be a good fit in this secondary. For real. And then you could put William Jackson outside with Rock Ya-Sin and put Nate House back in the slot when he's good at. So that would be smart to go get William Jackson. So I think we'll trade for William Jackson or probably get a defensive tackle as well. What up, Spotlight? Gotta keep feeding Jacobs. Facts. What's going on, Brandon Oliver? What's going on, bro? Yeah, you gotta keep feeding Jacobs. Got to. We should have kept Autry. Danico Autry is a beast, bro. Danico Autry is a beast, man. He is a dog. I'm sorry to say, he's definitely a dog. Hopefully people are looking at my live. I don't think anybody is though, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah, we should have kept Danico Autry. Absolutely. We also need another back, but I want to see more of White. Yeah, like why we're not we only see White like one time in the game. We only see White like one time in the game. Like, no, like why are we not seeing White more than the game? Like, I don't understand that. We also should have kept Justin Ellis. That's another one that we should have kept. Yeah. Was Chief Rocker one, I guess. He said, do you think Merck improves or he declines this season? He gotta improve. And I think he's not panning out right now because I feel like the scheme is too complicated for him right now. I think it's a bit complicated for him, but I think he'll turn it around. I think he will turn it around. He's a young guy. He's a second year player, third year player. One of those. I think he will be fine. He's a young player. I would not give up on him just yet. Yes, he takes bad angles, and that's all a part of the learning curve at practice. Some of the stuff that Trayvon Merrick does is very fixable in practice. It's very fixable. So I don't see it. I don't see, him declining. I just think it's some things in practice that he just have to fix. I agree. Letting Autry grow was a huge mistake. LOL, we kept 19 running backs and only played Josh in the fullback. Yo, Damian Bonds is funny as hell because that is so true. That is so true, my guy. That is so true. Like we had 19 running backs through the whole preseason, and we only see Josh Jacobs in the fullback. That is a fact. That is a no. Yo, that is a known fact. How do you feel about Aaron Rodgers calling out teammates and coaches in press conferences, like when players hold other players accountable? I like that. I like that. But I feel like in press conferences, and the way the mainstream media is, you got to word it to a way that you're not really calling them out. And once you get off that podium, you go in that locker room and you give them that accountability. Because if Aaron Rodgers say that on a podium at a press conference, you should know how the media is going to eat that up. The media is going to eat that up for the whole week until the Packers lose to the Bills on Sunday night. That's just what it is. Yeah, he was going to call out his teammates and coaches and stuff like that. Aaron Rodgers, do he have the right to do that? No, because he's not playing well either. So you want to call out players and coaches when you're not playing effectively either. You throwing interceptions. So that's like saying Carson Wentz threw 5 interceptions and went to the podium and the loss and blamed the coaches and teammates for his 5 interceptions. No, that's on you, Carson Wentz. That's on you. So no, I don't really care about that. But I got a few more minutes because I want to take a break before I go do the 76ers and the Toronto Raptors game on the Spotlight Talking Sports. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Spotlight Talking Sports. Make sure y'all search it in the search bar, Spotlight Talking Sports. I do NBA games over there. I do the Thursday night football games over there, the Monday night football games over there. I cover all sports news over there, and I'm doing 2 basketball games tonight. So yeah, I'm not going to be on here a little bit too long. I'm gonna take a few more questions, and we're going to be out of here for the show. So it's been really fun hanging out with y'all, man. It was just a hangout show. That just what I wanted. I just wanted a hangout show to show y'all love, man. Oh, it's dropped. Let me drop the link. Let me drop the link for y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm about to get it for y'all right now. I'm about to drop the link right now. Let me get the link. All right, I'm gonna put it in the group chat right here. Here we go. I might have to turn it down. So, here we go. There's the link. Here's the link right here to Spotlight Talking Sports. That is the link right there, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure y'all go over and subscribe to that channel. I talk all sports over there: MLB, NFL, NBA. I talk all sports over there. All sports. Now we're doing a 76ers game over there at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. So which is less than an hour away. So make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to the Spotlight Talking Sports. I'm almost at 15,000. I mean, not 15,000, 1,500 subscribers. So let's go over there and support that as well. Brandon Oliver did say PG defense look like at times that the players are not sure that they're not sure of their assignment in the big third down play. Is just my opinion. Yes, I feel like sometimes that Patrick Graham gets a little bit too cute with his defense. He gets, and then like Josh McDaniels gets a little bit too cute with the offense. Thanks, sub, to hit the notification bell. Thank you so much, bro. Really do appreciate that. Thanks, Spot, for the all 22 info. I try to tell you, listen, you can look at the game and blame certain. You can look at the game the way you look at it when you're watching it live until the coach's film come in. Boom. You're going to see a lot of stuff with this offensive line and this defensive line and everything of that. And you're going to see a lot of stuff. You're going to see a lot of stuff. So make sure y'all invest in the NFL Plus and go get that all 22 film, because that all 22 film is going to come in handy. It's really going to come in handy. So I got three more minutes. If y'all want to ask me anything else, but like I said, make sure y'all go over and subscribe to Spotlight Talking Sports. The link is right there. If you need me to put the link again, please let me know. Go over there and subscribe to Spotlight Talking Sports. I put daily videos up there of different sports, basketball, football, MLB. I'm doing college football over there this weekend as well. So listen, you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. All right. So Jonathan says, what do you think we didn't get a lot of pressure on the Texans last week? That worries me about making Dalton look good, though. Jonathan, like I said earlier, and I'm gonna say it again, Andy Dalton is 3-0 against the Raiders in his career. He's 3-0. We're not getting pressure up the middle. It's not helping our defensive ends because we're not getting pressure up the middle. Our D tackles is not getting no pressure at all. As far as like a pass rush, I mean, I think the running game was the run defense is pretty good for us. The run defense is pretty good for us, but I could definitely say our pass rush is not that great up the middle. So like I said, and I'm going to say this one more time, we have to run stunts with these defensive tackles. We have to run stunts with Chandler Jones to free him up. You got to flip-flop Max Crosby and Chandler Jones on each side of the defensive ends, and start confusing you got to confuse the offensive line who they're going to pick up. Especially you can run stunts as a blitz too. You can do that. You know what I'm saying? You could do that. So you just never know. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. Honestly, I wanted to see Winston instead of Andy. Listen. Funny how Brady abandoned his family and keeps his sponsorships, yet stop airing Devontae's Taco Bell commercial when he shoved the cameraman. They airing that? Wait. Where do you see that at? Definitely send that to me. I need to see that. About the Devontae's Taco Bell commercial. I definitely need to see that. He wanted to see Winston instead of Andy. Hey. But like I said, Andy Dalton is 3-0 against us. Don't overlook him, man. Don't overlook him. You know, that's all I'm saying. Don't overlook him, y'all. Just keep rocking out. Keep rocking out, man. Don't overlook Andy Dalton. We got to take it one game at a time. And we did our X factors. We got to have better red zone efficiency. We can't overlook Andy Dalton, and we got to get pressure on him. You know what I'm saying? That's what we have to do. So that makes sense. I just noted that they don't really run stunts, or they just blitz DBs a lot. Facts. You gotta run some stunts to free up Chandler Jones if he's if you want to get him. What we got him for? We got him for the buck. You know what I'm saying? We got him for some real money at the end of the day. So let's just keep it real, y'all. It's 6:41 over here. I gotta get ready. Spotlight, do more of these. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do more of these, bro. I'm gonna try to do more of these as much as possible because I'm in school full time. I got the Spotlight Talking Sports YouTube channel, and I got this. So I'm gonna try to do these more often, but I will be doing a morning show. hopefully do the morning show this Sunday on here. Probably do a Raiders morning show, depending on how what time I want to get up on Sunday. I'm not sure. So thank y'all so much for being here. But I'm gonna try to do more live streams. I'm gonna probably try to do one tomorrow as well. Probably like a late night one. I'm not sure. But I'll figure it out, man. I gotta figure out my schedule because I got school and I got stuff that's due. I got timelines and everything. So I gotta do about time management. But I gotta go, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta go, y'all. So thank y'all so much for being here and hanging out with me. I wanted to hang out with y'all because I had the time to hang out with y'all. But make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to the Spotlight Talking Sports. Make sure y'all go over there. I'll be doing the 76ers game, 76ers in Toronto, and I'll be doing the New Orleans Pelicans versus the Phoenix Suns game as well. So you do not want to miss it. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to the channel, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. And I will be doing a members only all 22 film. So if you're not a member, make sure you join to become a member, and you will definitely get the members only all 22 film breakdown. So let me know what you think, y'all. Let me know what you think. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. It is the Spotlight Raiders Talk. See you on the next live stream or in the next video. Peace, love, and blessings. And I'm out.
Hi, my name is AJ Cole, and I'm the punter for the Las Vegas Raiders, and you are now watching Spotlight Raiders Talk.